Bollywood actor Jacqueline Fernandez, who has just arrived at the Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing office. Those images exclusive and live on India Today. Jacqueline Fernandez, Bollywood actor, has arrived. She has responded to the summons, the second summons which was issued to her by the Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing. Earlier she had been in fact summoned a couple of days ago. She had said that she had work commitments because of which she couldn't arrive, and then the second summons were issued for Jacqueline Fernandez to arrive in fact today, and she has in fact reached the Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing. Remember, Bollywood actor Jacqueline Fernandez will be shortly questioned by the Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing as to her relation, her equation with conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar, who is currently lodged inside Tihar jail. He is accused of having conned several people to the tune of at least 200 crore rupees, and she has already been interrogated by the Enforcement Directorate as to what sort of a relation did she have with the conman. You can see those images of Jacqueline Fernandez with Sukesh Chandrashekhar. That has put the actor in the dock as well. She has been charge sheeted as an accused by the Enforcement Directorate. My colleague Shreya Chatterjee is now joining me live from outside the Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing. Shreya, give us more details. The actor has arrived at the office of the EOW.
Well, yes, absolutely. So, Paulami, Jacqueline Fernandez has reached the Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing. From what we are learning, her interrogation has also begun. Now, India Today has already accessed the inside details of the questioning that she will be facing. She will be asked about when did she get to know about Sukesh Chandrashekhar, when did they first establish contact, whether she was aware of the fact that Sukesh was in jail, and after knowing that, how many times did she connect with Sukesh Chandrashekhar. The other aspect she will be asked about is the physical meeting between her and Sukesh Chandrashekhar. When Sukesh was out on interim bail, he flew down to Chennai. So that is something that Jacqueline will be asked about. Our sources have also shared that Jacqueline has been asked to carry her bank account details during the time period of Jan 2020 to May 2021, because this is the time when Sukesh had received the extortion money, and the Delhi police would want to ascertain that how the kickbacks was received by Jacqueline Fernandez. The other questioning will also be revolving around the ED charge sheet that has already mentioned about the expensive gifts, the luxury cars that Jacqueline Fernandez had received. So this will be an entire long day for Jacqueline Fernandez, and obviously she will also be confronted along with Pinky Irani, who's already also reached the EOW office.
Shreya, for the benefit of our viewers, please explain who Pinky Irani is and why will she be confronted with Jacqueline Fernandez?
Well, Paulami, Pinky Irani becomes crucial because she is the one who's the aide of Sukesh Chandrashekhar, and she had assisted Sukesh in meeting Jacqueline Fernandez. Now, our sources have also confirmed that it is through the chats of Pinky that it was unearthed that Jacqueline had been introduced by her to Sukesh Chandrashekhar, because both Sukesh and Jacqueline had formatted their phones. Now, Pinky Irani becomes crucial because if at all there are any inconsistencies between the answers that Pinky separately gives and that of Jacqueline, that will be crucial for the Delhi police to unearth, because remember, Delhi police is also looking into the criminal aspect of the involvement of the jail officials. How did Jacqueline frequently contact Sukesh Chandrashekhar while she was in jail, and obviously how did Pinky, when she went to meet Sukesh in jail and subsequently introduced Jacqueline? The entire timeline is something that the Delhi police will now be ascertaining as they confront both Pinky and Jacqueline together.
Shreya, also, as far as the details that are available with the Delhi Police's EOW, what do they say in terms of how many times did Jacqueline Fernandez meet with Sukesh Chandrashekhar in that period between 2020 and 2021?
Well, it's already known that Jacqueline Fernandez and Sukesh Chandrashekhar had physically met twice in Chennai. This when Sukesh Chandrashekhar was out on bail. Now, apart from that, how many times did they interact on call or on video call when he was in jail. Because remember, when Delhi police was investigating the case, they had booked certain officials inside the jail who were assisting Sukesh Chandrashekhar in carrying out these phone conversations. So that's the reason it becomes crucial for Delhi police to unearth that whether Jacqueline also knew about the other associates of Sukesh Chandrashekhar. There's a case that the Economic Offences Wing is booked under the Makoka Act. Whether Jacqueline knew the other associates who've been booked under Makoka, that will become crucial to ascertain that Jacqueline knew or did not about the extortion racket that Sukesh was running. Because Jacqueline so far has maintained that she wasn't aware about the criminal background of Sukesh Chandrashekhar, and that is why today we see the Delhi Police's Economic Offence Wing call Jacqueline Fernandez. She's already evaded summons twice. This is the third time that she's been summoned by the Delhi Police when she's turned up before the Economic Offences Wing, and this is going to be a long day for her, because after she's questioned separately, she will also be confronted with Pinky Rani, the main person who met Jacqueline meet Sukesh Chandrashekhar. And also we do know that there were luxury gifts that Jacqueline Fernandez received, and there was money that was transferred to the bank accounts of Jacqueline Fernandez's siblings. So all these transaction details have been asked by the Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing to Jacqueline Fernandez to carry. They will be ascertaining this. Any inconsistencies, if arrived, will obviously be followed by a counter question.
Right, Shreya, because Jacqueline Fernandez has earlier appeared before the Enforcement Directorate, what has been her line of defense? Because as far as the money trail is concerned, like you said, it is clearly established that there was money that went from Sukesh Chandrashekhar to Jacqueline Fernandez and her siblings as well. So that's extremely crucial. What has been her line of defense?
Well, so far Jacqueline Fernandez has very categorically maintained that she did not know about the whereabouts of Sukesh. However, when the Enforcement Directorate was investigating the case, and we also know that the lawyer of Sukesh Chandrashekhar has come forward and mentioned the series of gifts that he had given to Jacqueline Fernandez from the proceeds of the crime. So that's the reason it is important for the EOW also to ascertain the fact. Now, Jacqueline Fernandez continues to maintain that she doesn't know about the whereabouts of Sukesh Chandrashekhar, but it is extremely difficult for the investigative agency to believe that, because remember, Sukesh had met Jacqueline when he was out on interim bail. So that's the reason Jacqueline Fernandez becomes an extremely crucial character, because the period that we're talking about, Jan 2020 to May 2021, is when he was receiving the amount, the extortion money, to the tune of 200 crores. And there is evidence on the part of both EOW and the ED that there were transactions that were made directly by Sukesh Chandrashekhar to the bank accounts of Jacqueline's siblings, to the bank account of Jacqueline. The other question also that the Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing will ask, that why did Jacqueline ask Sukesh Chandrashekhar to pay 15 lakh in amount to a writer? There are a lot of questions that Jacqueline Fernandez will find difficulty to actually evade. These are something that the ED has already investigated. The EOW's angle becomes a little bit crucial, because they are investigating the jail officials' involvement. Whether there was a nexus that Jacqueline was also aware about will be important for the EOW to unearth when they go ahead and file a supplementary charge sheet in the matter.